Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tableau session that teaches you very simple basic charts. We'll start as usual by importing the data, the Superstore Excel sheet that we got from Tableau for our course. I'm importing Superstore now. So what we'll cover today basically are these topics which, so if you look at the element sheet that I gave you, or the document. So what is the importance of storytelling, basic types of data, start page, data source page, menu overview, toolbar overview, we went over all that. And today some way we work with the dimensions and measures, sorting and swapping rows and columns, and we'll do the hands-on exercise for table data, bar graph, line graph, pie chart, scatter plot, histogram, and some simple sorting and filtering data. How do you change colors, captions, printing to PDF, and all that. Okay, so let's start. So we drag orders sheet into the environment, work environment, and we see the data is there. So without delaying much, we'll go to sheet 1. Here, first thing that I want to do is that look at the table data. Let's follow this as a roadmap for us today. So table data. So table data is simple. So you can double click product category and product category comes along, and then you can double click sales. So this is simple table data, and all Tableau did was that it took the product category and took the sales as a text into its pane. Okay, so same thing can be converted to bar graph also, but this is basically a simple table data sheet. So here we have something called title. We can change this and type it as table data, apply, or you can also change the sheet here also to rename. When you rename, the title also get modified. You can do that, or you can do 2 times like this. This is the name of the sheet. This is the title of the sheet. So next we'll go over the bar graph. Bar graph is very simple. So simply you take the product category and drop it here, and sales, drop it in the columns, and then you get the bar graph. So this is the bar graph. Okay, so you can swap the rows like I showed before. You can add the labels by clicking this, toggling the T here on the top. So this becomes the bar graph. Here this time I will change the sheet name, so bar graph. So when you change it, even the title gets changed, right? This is very simple bar graph, correct? So and next is basically line chart. So line chart is a little involved. I will show you why. So what you can do is, I want to see the sales, drop it onto the rows. Okay, this sales is total sales in the entire sheet that we got, right? All the 9,000 records, if you take it and sum the sales, this sales column, I mean without adding any condition, if you sum all the 9,000 rows, that's what actually you get. Okay, so in other words, if you look at the sales spreadsheet and you take the sales, the sum of it is what, 8,950,000, something like that, right? So if you go to our Tableau workbook and go to the sheet 3 and put the T, so it's 8,950,000, right? As we have seen here in the worksheet. So simply that's what this is. Now I want to see this data by breakup by year. So you can drag the order here onto the columns, and you get the line graph. It's as simple as that. Right. Now what I want is, I want to add a filter of order year here and say we don't want to do that yet. So this basically is the the breakup of the sales. For example, 2009 we don't have sales, 10, 11, 12, 13 we have sales. So only 4 years are available, so we did this. So you can change this to a bar graph, right? So you can change this to any graph of your choice. But since the line graph is more appropriate here, we have done this. Now, what happens if I change the order here to a string? Okay, now order here is basically a string rather than a in numeric value. So let's get the T back and drag the order year here. Okay, so now you see the breakup of the order years, the breakup of the sales by order year. Now we can add the filter here, order year into this. So it's saying 2010, 11, 12, 13. Now these numbers are considered discrete rather than continuous because we actually said the order year is now a string. Now, as you see that the order year is now it is here, but I also want to see the breakup by order month. So let's see order month because I want to see months also. Now this looks like little involved, right? Where you have all the years 2010, 11, 12, 13, and then you have months. Now I just want to add a color so that I identify each year differently. So all you need to do is take the order year and throw it into the color mark so you get the colors. Okay, but now I want to see this in a line graph, not a bar graph. So you can go and change this to a line graph. But this doesn't make much sense because I want to see each year. Now this shows each year separately, but I want to see each year in the same graph so that I can compare with each other. But what Tableau is doing basically is it is adding the year column in the, this is called an addressing section, right? So you can address, so I'm addressing order year, addressing order month. That's why it is actually putting them separately. So what if I pull out the order year? So now this gives exactly what I want, as in I want to compare the years and the sales together in one view. That's one chart. So this is one way to really draw the line chart where I'm saying now, hey, can you please give me all the the entire sales broken down by the order year. So let's see if we can show a filter. So we can show a filter. So I remove 2010, remove 2011, remove 2012. I can see only one, but I can click all. I can see everything. So this is basically the line chart. There are so many other things that you can do, but this is the basic use of or the building steps of line chart. Let's see what's next. A pie chart. Pie chart is fairly simple too. So all you need to do now here, let's see, we'll take product container subcategory. Yeah, I'll take subcategory because there are so many, right? Let's see. And then you have basically sales. Okay, you get a bar graph. Now, pie chart actually shows the composition of the whole, right? So basically, what is the part in the in terms of the whole pie that you have? So this is what the pie chart is, drawn by Tableau. You can press Control Shift B to make it bigger. Control Shift B on your keyboard. But this also is not very useful. I want to see the labels. I want to see the numbers and all that. So if you press toggle, you get the numbers. But I want the same product subcategory. I want to get onto labels. Now I see the labels as well, right? So and I want to see the sales onto the labels. I see the labels as well as the amount of sales. Control Shift B makes it bigger. Okay. Now this is very simple pie chart. So let me name it as pie chart. Okay. Next, we'll go to the tree map. Tree map again is fairly simple. All you do is maybe take the again product subcategory and sales this way, and then go here and pick the tree map. Okay, here we are showing the numbers. I also want to see the numbers along with this because this box alone doesn't make sense at times. So I want to just drag the sales onto the label. So you see the sales onto the label, right? It's a simple tree map. So rename tree map. Okay. Next I have is scatter plot. So scatter plot says that on the x-axis I have a number and y-axis I have a number. So in this case, what I want profit to be on the columns, sales to be on the rows. Now this is showing the entire sales, right? The 8,951,931. But I want to divide that into maybe categories. So I will put in the colors card where I see 3 colors. Now this is saying that furniture sold, revenue produced by furniture is 3,178,624. Profit is 177,000. but I want to see further breakup of this furniture by region. So I can take the region here, I can put it into the shapes. So show me uh, the division by shapes, where I have, see, I have the furniture in south, so all the plus signs are now south, wherever this plus sign, and wherever there is this orange color is basically office supplies. See, office supplies. Now, wherever this red color, I see as technology. Okay, red color is technology. So totally 12 different points are there. Now I want to know a trend line for each one of these. So you can go to analytics and then drag the trend line, and it gives you a bar or a map where you can drag the link. So it is saying that this trend line for sale for the furniture in the, is basically it gives you a linear equation, right, where 4.2 multiplied profit plus the constant. So for each you have a trend line. Okay, so this basically is a scatter plot. As you can see, you can do a lot more things with it. So scatter plot. Okay, next one basically is histogram. Histogram is basically saying how are by numbers distributed. Okay, so you can take a drag a number, right, or sales for example, and then if you go to the map, it shows you the histogram highlighted because only one number, right? So these are how the sales are basically distributed. Now let's take maybe profit, not sales in this case, right? Let's take the profit. So this is how the profit is distributed, but I want to see the breakup by product, let's say product category. So I want to put a color on it. So this is how the product is broken up into different bins, right? There's a negative profit and positive profit also, right? Now I want to have a label, right? This label doesn't make much sense, so I want to see if I can drag the, because it's a product category, I'll bring the label in here. So it is, that's also not much use, so I'll take it away. So I'll still keep this. So what this is basically saying is a simple histogram is it is creating bins and saying what is the amount of profit in each one of these. Like furniture is blue, say showing 792, the count of 792 by the negative profit, right? And it is sorry about this. So histograms can be played very well with a better number set where you have proper distribution. So let me actually rename this to histogram. Okay. What else is there? Okay. Simple sort and filter data. So here we actually did this before. We have done this before where so you get sales and you get order, right? And you get the number of the sales distributed by the year. So you can drag the order here and I apply the filter, and this I can show the filter and I can show, right, this is a simple filter, and you can also sort these, right, by ascending or descending order, right? You can also sort it here where I say okay. So yeah, let's keep with the simple sort now. I'll show the complex sort little later. So this is sorting, and what else is there in this? Adding a title and caption. I just showed you how to add a title, right? Title you can add it here, as in a simple bar graph, okay? Or caption is something here that you can see in worksheet. So caption is where you're saying that I want to write something about this. The sum of sales for each order year, the view is filtered on order year, which keeps 2010, 11, 12, 13, and I can change the font to 15, and I can change the color of the font to, let's say, red. Apply. Okay. So now what happens is this caption will appear when you do a view like this, right? When you expand the view. or you can actually take this and move it to the left, right? And then you can view it, right? You want to tell the reader something about this, so that's basically caption. This caption can be moved up or down anywhere you want. Okay, so as you have seen, you can change even the font, the color, and everything. Okay, mark sizes and adding reference lines. So in everywhere you can add a reference line. For example, here you can add a reference line, right, for the entire table, and I want this to be average sales. I just want to see what is the average sales, compute the average sales, and then draw a line. So this line again, I can actually say give me a dotted line at this thin. So it actually shows a dotted line, and that shows the average value of the sales, right? So that's the adding the reference lines and average. Saving to PDF, where you can actually save this as print to PDF, and then it will show you a landscape. Portrait is fine. Say okay. So I can say simple bar graph and placing in study material. Okay, so the simple bar graph, it is showing that this is the line that we added, simple bar graph, and still coming up. Yeah, we can also show that the sum of sales, whatever that we added in the caption, right? Okay, so and saving the workbook, you say save as, um, not into this, but I want to save it into my folder, dispatch. So study material, let's say basic charts 2. See, this is a TWB file, so I want to save it as TWB. That means this book is only containing the code, not the data, but I can save it as TWBX with the data. So save it as TWBX. If you go over here, you see what it saved, right? It says basic charts to data. With the data, the file size basically is 1618 KB, right? Or the basic charts data is only 167 because there is no data. You can see the difference in the icon. Basic charts 2 has a band on it, and this one doesn't. So this is something that you're sending somebody with data. This is something that you're sending somebody without data. Okay. With that, I'll conclude this session. Let's look forward for more sessions. Thank you.